So now we're going to move on to how this develops. After the age of 2, children start to develop this self-awareness of who and what they are. They'll begin looking into mirrors, observing paragraphs, experimenting with words like I and me and my. And it's extremely popular for children to develop the phrase, it's mine. And we've all heard, a small child yell that at some point, it's mine, no, it's mine. And this is perfectly normal. This represents their spread of self awareness and their emotions and how their actions tie to those emotions. And this is going to move and progress on to 3 years old, and the child will become notable about how these two correlate the actions and the emotions. They may start covering up their wrongdoings, oh, I didn't do it, he did it. And, lying becomes very popular. Um, and then there's also making amends. I'm sorry. How can I help? Children start to become very sympathetic at this age. They want to they want you to know that they want to be good. And this will develop the phrase that I'm good or I did good. And it'll obviously become more complex with time, but this creates this child's self concept. And this is stable thoughts and feelings about themselves. And that's where these self evaluations are going to come from. Is they're trying to create these thoughts and these feelings about who they are through their actions. So when they're doing these things that maybe they feel like they need to lie about, it's because it's reflective of those self evaluations that they have made. And they not only do not want to disappoint you, but they also don't want to disappoint themselves. They want to feel like they are a good child, and that when you look at them, you are pleased with what they're doing. That you're not looking at them and believing, oh well, you broke something, so you're a bad boy. Things like that can be very negative. Now, while that is going to come up, children are not perfect. We don't expect them to be perfect. At least we shouldn't. We have to watch the way that we maybe go about that, because after this age, these self evaluations are going to become more complex. And as I was speaking about with teenagers with substance abuse issues and depression and dropout rates and things like that, that's when those self evaluations of I can't do this, I'm not good enough. That's when those self evaluations are the most complex, because it's not I can't do this because I'm stupid. That child in those years can tell you, I feel stupid because I failed at this, or I don't understand this, or this is just not working out. And it's not a simple I'm bad. There's more to it. It becomes very complex. And they learn this through what they hear from adults.